Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Koholo Yahweh Bashin Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the Tabernacle of David. Okay, this video is going to be entitled, We Are Being Made Holy. And I'm going to start off with the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 4. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Another word for sanctified is holy. The Lord separated the men whom he called into this ministry and ordained them to push out this word in sincerity and truth. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, it's the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 13. But we are bound to give thanks always to the Most High, for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord. Salakia. I'm going to start over. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 13. But we are bound to give thanks always to the Heavenly Father, for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because the Most High hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. All right? The Heavenly Father has chosen his elect men to be holy, to be sanctified through this word. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4. Verse 18. It says, But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. The perfect day is when Yahushua returns. The path of the just is the path of holiness. Okay? It's the path of becoming clean, becoming whole. This is 1 Peter's chapter 1 verse 15. But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Because it is written, Be ye holy, for I am holy. So the Heavenly Father and the Son are holy. And the Lord has told us to be holy even as they are holy. And he brought us into this ministry and is making us holy through the trials and tribulations that come with it, through the understanding of this word. It's separating us from the world. It's separating us from Israel. It's separating us from the 2/3. It's separating us from the heathens. We're being holy, and it's going to lead unto our salvation. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 35 and verse 8. And a highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for those, the wayfaring men though fools shall not err therein. So the highway of holiness, the elect are going to be on the path of the highway of holiness, and the unclean, or the 2/3, are not going to enter therein. It says, fools shall not enter therein. It says, a path for the wayfaring man. Wayfaring man just means a man that's on foot. I'm going to read it again. It's Isaiah chapter 35, verse 8. And a highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for those, the wayfaring men, though fools shall not err therein. So the Lord is making us holy through the highway of holiness, okay? Which is this ministry, which is this walk, all right? Which is going through the trials and tribulations, suffering, temptations, afflictions, and abounding in this word, constantly growing in knowledge and understanding. This is the book of Second Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1. Having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, aka house of David, Bayath, house, Dawadah, David, Dawadah meaning beloved. But this is 2 Corinthians 7 and 1. Having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. I'm going to start from the top. Furthermore, then, we beseech you, brethren, and exhort you by the Lord Yahushai, that as ye have received of us how you ought to walk and to please the Most High, so ye would abound more and more. For ye know what commandments we gave you by the Lord Yahushai. For this is the will of the Most High, even your sanctification, that you should abstain from fornication. That every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and in honor. So, Apostle Paul is exhorting us. He was exhorting the church back then, but it's right now it applies to us, the men of the Lord on earth right now, to abound. He's exhorting us that we may abound more and more, and that we be sanctified or made holy by abstaining from fornication. Okay? Fornication means to going after other philosophies, other idols, other gods. Verse 4, that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor. Verse 5, not in the lust of concupiscence, even as the Gentiles which know not the Most High. So not in the lust of concupiscence. You're not being made holy in the lust of concupiscence. And concupiscence means the lust of something that is forbidden. So sinning, and feeding the flesh, overly feeding the flesh, is not being holy. The Lord called us to be holy, so we're not going to be constantly feeding the flesh. We're going to be feeding the spirit. It says, not in the lust of concupiscence, even as the Gentiles, the 2/3, that's what they do. They're all about their pleasure. And the heathens, of course, that's all they do, is they feed their flesh, the lust of concupiscence, right? Which know not the Most High, verse 6, that no man go beyond and defraud his brother in any matter, because that the Lord is the avenger of all such, as we also have forewarned you and testified. So if you do all these things, the Lord, you're going to be judged for it. It says, for the Lord is the avenger of all such, as we also have forewarned you and testified. So they're warning you, saying, if you do this, you're going to be destroyed. All right? Through this word, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua is going to save us. We're going to receive salvation. But if you're outside of Yahweh Shai's word, you're going to be destroyed. If you're fulfilling the lust of the flesh and the lust of concupiscence, the Lord is going to destroy you. Verse 7, for the Most High have not called us unto uncleanness, but unto holiness. All right? The Lord has called us unto holiness, and he's making us holy and perfecting us through his word. So, Lord willing, this was an edifying video. Kohollah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who've taught me this truth, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Akim.